Okay, this presentation is about adjectives. Last week we had a couple of assignments about adjectives, and I think we could use a little more practice. So this describes it in a different way. At the top it says, today we will learn to identify adjectives in sentences. If I want to really know what identify means, this is an important word. Identify means I can figure it out, I can find them. I need to be able to say what an adjective is. In September, we made a chart to describe apples. So, I don't know that we did that, but let's say that we did. We've done things like this before in our classroom. So, we looked at small, round apples. I tasted a sweet, crunchy apple. How would you describe, this says banana to someone who can't see it. Let's just look at these apple pictures. Some of these words, each one has a different purpose. Does we tell you anything about the apple? No. Looked? No. That's an action that we did. We looked at small, round apples. I think that small and round are describing the apples. What do you guys think? Those are describing words for the apples. And then also for this second picture, I tasted a sweet, crunchy apple. Does tasted tell you about the apple? No, but sweet does. An apple can be sweet and an apple can be crunchy. Sweet and crunchy describes the apple. Those are describing words. We're not talking about the person eating. We're talking about what the apple looks like and tastes like. An adjective is a word that describes a noun. So we need to know what a noun is. So right here, noun is a word that a second grader and a third grader should know. A noun is a person, a place, or a thing. And if you can identify a noun, you need to be able to describe it. We can describe a noun by telling what kind, what color, or how many. So, let's circle these words. Kind, color, and how many. This would be a volume answer, a number, an amount. And here's some examples. What kind, crunchy, juicy, happy, the crunchy one, the juicy one, happy. I don't think you would describe an apple as happy, but a person could be happy. A person could be sad or pretty or smart or fluffy or small. Notice that none of these words are actions. They're all talking about the looks, the kind, the color, the amount. What color? All color words are adjectives. And how many? 1, 2, 20, all the number words. Let me show you how I'd find the answer. So here's some samples. We tasted small, sweet grapes. So this sentence has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words in it. But only some of them tell you about the grapes. Does grapes tell you about the grapes? No, they are the grapes. Does we tell you about the grapes? No, that's who's doing the tasting. Tasting would be the verb. So that leaves small. Let me see if I can get those shapes back. That leaves small and sweet. These two words, there's two of them, tell you about the grapes, small and sweet. What kind of grapes did we taste? So it's referring back up here, the kind, small and sweet grapes. This should be number 2. The brown and white dog was sleeping. So you can take these describing words out, brown and white. We talk about this a lot. Let me see if I can highlight that. Brown and white. And I'm going to show you this because describing words just make it better. If I took brown and white out, you would still have a sentence. The dog was sleeping. But brown and white just makes it better. It gives me a better picture in my mind. The same with small and sweet. We tasted grapes. That's a perfectly fine sentence, but small and sweet gives me a better picture in my mind. Spiders have 8 legs and 2 body parts. I could potentially take out 8 and 2. This makes sense. Spiders have legs and body parts. But when you put adjectives in like 8 and 2 and brown and white and small and sweet, it makes a sentence better. Better for your ears to hear a story, better for your eyes as you're reading. It gives you more to think about, and it puts pictures in your mind. All of these that we highlighted are called adjectives. Adjectives tell us what kind, what color, and how many. An adjective is a word that describes a noun. It's important that we know what a noun is. It's a person, a place, or a thing, an object. Right here, this is important. We don't want to miss this. An adjective is a word that describes a noun. It is important to know how to identify adjectives because it will help us get a better picture in our minds when we're reading. I just said that. It will make us better writers. This is important. I want to highlight this part too. Why do we talk about adjectives? Why do your teachers, Mrs. Knowles and Miss Robertson and myself, we keep talking about this? This, boys and girls, is the reason. If you put adjectives in your writing, you're going to be a better writer. And it's a test on the CST. That's kind of an old thing. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take that right out. We don't need to talk about this right now. But you are tested on it in different ways, whether it's on iReady or 3rd graders, you take a special test in the springtime. So it is tested. Which sentence uses adjectives to help us make a picture in our mind? Let's read both of these and you think about which one has a better description, which one gives you more pictures in your mind. A cat ran across the grass. I'm going to get my red pen back. A cat ran across the grass and up into the tree. Okay, that's an okay sentence. But here's the same sentence with some describing words. A small gray cat. Okay, this is giving me better pictures. Now in my mind, I pictured a small gray cat. Ran across, that part's the same. So a cat's running, but now in my head, I'm picturing a little, maybe a kitten and gray running across the long green grass. That gives me a picture. Now I'm picturing a small kitten and the grass is taller than the kitten and it's long and green and up into the tall tree. In this sentence, the grass could have been freshly mowed and it could have been a little tree. This is giving me a lot better picture to know that the tree is very tall, that the grass was long and green. Which underlined word is an adjective? The house had a large roof. The house, that's an object. That's a noun, I believe, just like up here. We were saying that a noun is a person, a place, or a thing. And up here, it's making me look down here. One of these is a noun, so a house is a person, place, or thing. It's a thing. A house is a thing. So, if I have that in mind, I want the words that describe the thing. And you know what? It's not even describing the house. Let me finish. The house had a large roof. This word is describing the roof. So this sentence doesn't even have a describer for house. Right here, the roof is the noun and large is describing it. I could even put another adjective here. I could make this sentence better. The yellow house had a large roof, but large is the adjective. Large is describing the roof. Did you see that? Large is describing the roof. Let me draw a little arrow. Large what? Large house? Maybe, but it's not talking about the house here. This is what it had, a large roof. So you would circle large if you had this paper. Large. I'm going to stop this video, boys and girls, so I can download it, but this has been a lesson about adjectives. I hope you like it. Watch it again if you need to.